Hello fellow simmers, it's Samuel Beeman of BLS here, and welcome to the first TS Classic video actually that I've done in a long while. So this is on the 94XX Pannier Tank by Victory Works and Steam Sound Supreme, which has recently been released today. And yeah, basically we're just going to have a little look around it and review and show my overall thoughts and opinions on it. So, I'm not like 100% Steam mad, like I'm not hugely knowledgeable about steam locomotives. I'm more of a diesel enthusiast, shall we say. So, if I don't necessarily know everything about a steam loco, I do apologise. It's just, you know, that is just how it is. So, I think first of all we're going to start off with the GWR variants of the locomotives. So as you can see we've got 9401 and 9406. So this is just obviously your bog standard GWR livery, which was the first variant that these things carried. And yeah, I mean, okay, so first things first is I don't know whether it's my lighting on the route or whatever it is. This is the old North Wilshire Railway, by the way, which is available on BLS. It's a really old legacy route. So I don't know if it's just the lighting on the route or it's the model in general, but to be honest, it does look very, very dark, and I can't really see the details of the engine very well, which is rather annoying, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if it's worth me just like upping my contrast slightly, or upping my light intensity so we can actually see what. Yeah, you see, that's not really. It's not really making much of a difference there, to be honest. Oh, maybe if we just. Yeah, no, and then that looks a little bit too, like, overexposed, so... Yeah, that's interesting now. I don't quite know what's going on there, anyway. But yeah, so we've got 9401. It's very, very black down here, I must admit. Maybe it's a little bit too black. But, yeah, as I say, it's really hard to see the details on it. That's the only thing I will say about it so far. But yeah, we've got the PDN written on the side there, which looks really quite nice. Steam sort of, you know, this is dead, so obviously it's not really technically in Steam, but yeah, look at that. We've got the vac hose on the front there, which looks pretty nice. Got the chain there, the rivets. But yeah, this is the only thing I will say about it and this goes for majority of the Victory Works stuff is their blacks are just they just can't seem to get the black 100%. Like it's just never that great. Personally, I think I love Victory Works products. I think they're really, really good, like the way they drive and stuff like that. But I just think that the texturing on their stuff is not as good as other developers. That's just my opinion, obviously. But yeah, that's my views on it because it's not the best texturing in the world. I have seen better, personally. But we do have a very, very nice sort of clear GWR logo on the side of the tanks there, which looks very nice. Heading over to the roof. The good thing about this green livery is it really picks out the detail. So you can see here we've got the caps for the water, for where the water goes into the tank. We've got the safety valve there. That's very, very nicely detailed. Look at that. We've got all of the nuts and bolts and gubbings inside. Very, very nicely done. It's much better than the sort of standard 2D stuff that we're used to on older models. We've got the whistle caps there. Look at that. The whistles are looking very, very nice. Very nicely modelled. So the overall model is absolutely fantastic, really. It does look like it's been modelled extremely well. And it certainly is lovely to see this Pannier Tank in-game finally, because it's my favourite variation of Pannier Tank, that and the 1500. I just like it. It's a unique design and it's really interesting as well. And it's nice to have it because obviously we're so used to the King Trains UK Train Sim edition, but now we've got a developer actually who's done it to a more modern standards. It's great to see it in game. It really is. Okay, so there's not really much else to say about the GWR livery, apart from obviously this one here has the British Railways logo on the tanks. This one has GWR. We've got a C on the side there, which is, to be honest, I don't really know what that C is for. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. There's not really anything majorly different I can spot on both these variations apart from the logo differences. So yeah, that is basically the GWR variant. That's all we need to really know about it. So now we come across the BR versions. Now this is an interesting one because this is the first variant of the BR version. I think this is like 1949, and I think that was 1948. So it was literally, this was just after. This is sort of wartime black. This one here, and yeah, it's interesting. It's unusual. We've got 8402 written on the side there, which is that's rather interesting. I thought it would have said 9402. So that is yeah, that's a strange one. I don't know why it's called 8402, but hey ho, is what it is. But yeah, so this is the wartime black edition, and just look at the detailing on the front of this. Look at that, all the rivets and just everything on it. It's really, really nicely detailed. As I say, Victory Works. They do some. They honestly, their modelling skills are absolutely fantastic. It really is. Like they get stuff done very, very well. Um, it's it is lovely. It really is. Look, we've got like the bucket on the back and the spade. Well, it's not spade, is it? It's oh, I can't remember what it is. That shovel. I can't remember what it's for now. As I say, guys, not majorly knowledgeable about steam engines. I have volunteered on a steam engine. I used to do it literally about. Whoa, it's been a while since I volunteered on a steam engine, so I've actually forgotten quite a lot of the main like pointers of a steam engine. So if I do volunteer at Heritage Railway again, I'm going to definitely need to be retrained because I need to learn it again. But yes, this is again, for some reason this says 8425, so instead of 94 it's 84. Is that a thing? Does anyone know if that's a thing, or is that just like an error on SSS's part? I do not know. But yeah, that's interesting nonetheless, that it's 84 instead of 94. So this is the BR Early Crest variant of 94, which is, I've got to say, it's my favourite variation. I think it's the best livery variant of the 94. Do you know, now I think about it, maybe there is an 8. Do you know, I'm going to search this up because this is driving me mad. So, was there 9400s numbered in 8-4 instead of 9-4? So let's have a look and see if that is actually a thing. So I'm going to search up specifically the Bachmann models. No, see, this one here has 9487. Yeah, so I'm not too sure, in all honesty. We've got 9466. 9400, yeah, so I'm not sure if 84 is actually a thing. So let's put 8425 into 94. Yeah, see, nothing comes up. I'm wondering if it is clashing with the Pannier Tank pack by Victory Works, the normal panniers. I wonder if it is clashing with that, like the numbering system's clashing slightly. I do not know, but as I say, I'm not sure if that is supposed to be a thing. So, yeah, but one thing I will say about the numbers, though, is that Victory Works have actually got them really nicely done on the front of the loco. Because this is something that I've noticed with Victory Works as well, is the numbers. They tend to get the numbers wrong on some of the stuff that they've produced, especially the 9F. Which, to be honest, this is exactly why I haven't bought it, because I actually don't like the look of the Victory Works 9F. I just don't like the numbers on it, and I just do not like the look of it. So that's why I haven't bought it. As I say, it's just my opinions. Other people may be entitled to a different opinion, or they might think it's really good. But obviously, at the end of the day, we're all entitled to our own opinions, and that is my opinion on that. So it's good to see that they've got the numbers correct on this locomotive, because it does look incredibly smart. We've got the shed plate there as well, all present and correct. We've got the lamp there, very, very nice, and all of the rivets. Oh, just look at it. Yeah, it's very nice. It's great to see these in game finally. I'm happy to see them. So looking over to 9413 now. So this is the late crest version, although actually we've got the This is the early crest version, which is I believe there is a slight difference. I think it's exhausters or something, or pipes. There is something that is slightly different compared to this one. To be honest, I can't really tell what that is. Is it one of the pipes? Let's have a look. Ah, I see. That's got a swan neck there and a pipe down there. Okay, no, that has it as well. Okay, so I don't really know what the difference is between these two. So this has 9404 and this is 8425. So maybe this is a later variation of. I would imagine it's a later variation of the early Crest 94. We've got 9413 here, which is just the. This is the late Crest variant. Very nice. I like the toolbox on there. That's pretty cool. And look, we've got the extra bits of pipes and gubbins inside. Do we have inside valve motion? We do. That may move when we get moving, so we'll have a look at that once we get sorted and moving. So we've got another late Crest version here. Again, one of these is a slightly different version. I can't really see what the difference is between these two. I mean, there's a bit more of a plate there. Look at that. So that's sort of open. And that's sort of sealed. So it's very... Okay, so there is some very slight differences between the two of them. I mean, there's got to be, because why would there be two different versions like this? But yeah, that's open. And as you can see, this one is closed. So that is probably the difference. As far as I can see. Everything else looks pretty much the same. But yeah, I would show off the wheel detail, but there's not really much I can really see because it's so dark. But you can just about see it. Yeah, so you've got the sort of the little... the detail on that is actually really good. It's just a shame it's not picked out very well with the colouring, but hey-ho. Yeah, the black is... I mean, the black's okay. It's quite grey, to be honest with you. It's more sort of a dark grey than black, but... hey-ho, it's is what it is. Hopefully the preserved version of this is a bit more blacker than grey, because if the preserved one tends to be pure black almost. And then now we come over to these, which is the weathered variants. These are sort of the worn out, mucky end of steam era ones. Which, yeah, I mean, to be fair, the weathering doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. And look, we've got a bit of a faded, sort of worn out, sort of paint scratched crest on the side as well. We're just going to have a little look at the late crest as well, because we didn't look at that. But yeah, no, the texturing not too bad on the logos. But yeah, to be honest, the weathering actually on this picks out the detail really quite well. Yeah, personally, I think that looks very, very nice. That really does. Just looking at that, you can tell that it is a real beaten up old steam era variant. We've got some more over here. A sort of slightly cleaner version again. Yeah, I'm struggling to see the differences between some of these, because there is... See, that one has a black lamp on the front of it, while others have white lamps. So there is slight differences between certain variants. But I am actually struggling to see what they are, to be honest. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Anyone knows? Let me know in the comments, as I say. So yes, we've got some more weathered steam era variants, which look very nice. This is a late crest version, as you see. And also we've got the C down here above the numbers, and obviously some of them, I think it's actually only the GWR one that has it on the cab side there. Yeah, so there's a slight difference there as well. This is 8406. Yeah, so the 8494 thing, as I say, guys, let me know if that was a thing, because I don't know. I mean, maybe the very early designs or earlier versions of 94s were 84s, so yeah, I'm clueless. But obviously now that we've had a look at sort of the standard steam era versions that you get with the pack, let's head over to the preserved versions, which are over here. So we've got the 9466 in its GWR green, guys. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, see this has modern era overhead warning flashes placed on it because obviously it is mainline certified and it has modern equipment inside it. So if you go over to the other versions of Steam era 94s, you'll see that the cab is different. We don't have all of that fancy TPWS equipment or anything like that. And yeah, this cab looks really quite smart, doesn't it? Look at all the detail in here, it's fantastic. Yeah, so you don't have all of that equipment. I believe these are like the Riviera in the 50s crew models, which look very, very nice. But yeah, so you don't have the TPWS and sort of all of the fancy equipment. Oh, that's nice as well. Look, we've got a 9466 in memory of Dennis B. Howells. That's a nice little touch and feature. We've also got the do not look over pass. It's high resolution actually. There's really nice signs and stuff in here. But yeah, so you've got the details like that. So yeah, so that is basically the GWR equivalent of the preserved condition of 9466, which obviously has all the modern warning flashes and stuff. And you know what, I quite like that version. I quite like this version. But I believe that's not the current version. The current version that is today is actually this, which is 9466 in BR Black Early Crest. This is the one I seem to remember seeing at the Mid-Norfolk Railway, because I have seen it once sort of sat in the yard at Durham. So it's the one that I've chosen to drive. But you can see here we've got danger overheads on each side as well, because obviously it's mainline certified. But this is probably the most well-known variant of 9466. But yeah, we've also got this down here as well, which is differentiates it compared to the other Steam era versions of 9466. I believe it also probably has it on here as well. Yes, so I believe that's either a speedometer or something to do with the TPWS. I'm not sure. But yeah, so let's click on 9466 and get ourselves set up. So advanced mode is off, so we can toggle advanced by pressing Control A. There we go, advanced mode is now on, so that's what we want. So we can see here we've got the lamps, so I'm guessing that the standard is Control. Yeah, we can do the lamps. Excellent. So Control 1 for stopping passenger. But yeah, so all the lamps are operational. We can also light them up and do, you know, fancy things with them. We'll put the light on. So let's have a little look around the cab, shall we? I do have automatic fireman on, guys, so just bear that in mind. Yep, so we've got all the TPWS equipment. Oh yes, we've got the plaque up the top there. Does look very, very nice in here. So let's have a look at our cab view, shall we? So we've got a right hand side lean out view. Got a left hand side lean out view. We've got the fireman's side. We've got a view down here to see the injectors. We've got a view here to see sort of our gauge glass and other bits and pieces that are useful. We've got the firebox view, which sadly the fireman has closed the firebox door just as we got over to this view, which is a shame because now we can't see the fire. We'll have a little look back at that when he opens the box again. And then you've got the driver's side, and then that's it. Okay, so we have got various views within the cab, which we can mess around with. Do the windows open and close? That's the question. They do indeed. Very nice. Yes, we can open up the windows. I can't seem to open up the driver's side window though, which is a shame. Maybe that's on some other variants of 94, but you just can't open it on this. I'm going to hazard a guess because otherwise it would hit this TPWS equipment here. Okay, so let's actually get to driving the thing. So we're going to set our rows up. Oh, my mouse is playing up. I think I'm going to need a new mouse again, for God's sake. Right. Yep. Oh no, it's starting to play up, my mouse. Look, it clicks twice when it shouldn't do. Right, let's put ourselves into platform 2 at Kingsley. There we go, and then we'll head over from that. Okay, so let's put ourselves in forward. So we've got a reversal lock there by pressing E. Nice to see. Got ourselves into full forward. About to release the brake. Oh, the large injector comes on automatically, does it? Interesting. Yeah, so we're releasing our brake now. Put it into running. That's pretty nice how it does that. I quite like that. Okay, it's putting the brake on again actually, gradually. But yeah, let's go through some of the whistles. So I'm guessing that it has a B key whistle. I mean, a B key is probably the guard's brake whistle. So should we have a listen? Yep, there it is. And a space bar. That's quite nice. I suppose a loop isn't too bad. So I'm guessing that shift and space is the short burst whistles. Yep, well, I mean that wasn't short, but okay, let's try again. Oh. Wow. Okay, so it's control. Control space is the short whistles. Yeah, some of them, quality-wise, aren't great. Some of them seem to be recycled from the Riviera in the 50s Pannier Tank, but yeah, not too bad. I like it. Yeah, I do recognise that from other packs. Yeah, that's interesting, that. So that's spacebar. Yeah, okay, the whistles are pretty good. I quite like them. Not bad. So we've got our cylinder cocks. Okay, they're closed, so we need to open them. So we've got our tab whistle. Let's get ourselves moving. Let's head up towards Kingsley Junction and see how this thing drives. Crack the reg. Yep. Oh yeah, listen to that bark. Yeah, that's very, very nice. So is there a way we can put this into running so we don't have that constant sound playing? I think that's him running. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so maybe I didn't have it exactly into running. Oh, what? You did not clear the water from the cylinders, and this has caused them to crack, reducing the power of the locomotive. If you want to disable this realism feature, set the manual for detail. See the manual? Oh, to be honest, as much as I admire Victory Works with this sort of thing, it can be really annoying. But now that we've done that, you can hear it's making a very different sound. And we've got leaky cylinders. I do quite like how they've done that, I've got to admit. Leaky cylinders, and that's reduced the power. That is a glorious sound though, it really does sound nice. Ignoring the fact that I broke the cylinders. So word of advice guys, don't do that, don't break the cylinders. You have to shut the throttle to actually shut the reg to move the reverser. If so, that sucks. What? Go straight up to 100 if I'd... I'm not sure if that's strictly realistic. I do like the sound of that. Some nice rail joint sounds on that as well. Sounds on this are really, really good. The way it drives is really nice as well. Although I have just dumped the brakes, and I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, as expected, first time driving, not exactly going to be the best at driving this thing, am I? Let's be real here. Okay, why is it, I mean, if you want to take on water, then take on water, why not? Haha. I'm going to get a photograph of that, because that looks really nice. Okay, so, I broke the cylinders. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up another scenario and just you know, drive it and see if I can't, you know, see if I can avoid breaking the cylinders. So let's do exactly that. Okay guys, welcome to the work in progress Mid Norfolk Railway by British Locomotive Studios. I've decided to do a brief test on here. Obviously you guys are probably like sat there thinking, oh my god, it's the Mid Norfolk Railway, we haven't seen any progress on this for ages and ages and ages. Yeah, I know. There is reasons behind that, mostly due to the fact that we can't currently get to the location to get references for the rest of the station buildings, because how we would usually get there is by train to Wyndham, and they've currently shut Wyndham Abbey station, so you can't get a nice direct link to the Mid Norfolk Railway anymore. Well, not at the moment anyway. So until then, we can't get any references for the stations, and yeah, basically we've put it to the back burner because we've also been working on other routes like the Spa Valley Railway, which have taken priority. So it's not like, you know, been scrapped or anything like that. It's just simply been put on hold for now, and that's basically where we're at with it at the moment. But yeah, anyway, we're not here to talk about the Mid Norfolk Railway route. We're here to obviously look at 9466, which does look glorious on this route. So let's try again in driving this and doing it properly this time. So we'll open the cylinders. In fact, yeah, the cylinder cocks were already open anyway. So why weren't they open last time? God knows. Okay, so we set it to advanced mode is on. Okay, so I don't know why wasn't it working properly before? God knows. Anyway, so cylinder cocks are on. We'll get ourselves set up. I mean, look at the cab now. There's light in here. Look at this. But can you open up the doors? You can as well. Look, you can do all this as well. Very nice. In fact, I'll keep that down for the firemen to sit on. Yep, we can open up the doors. Yep, they're open up on the outside as well. Very, very cool. You can't yet load passengers at Dereham Station because, yeah, that hasn't been set up yet, so just ignore that. Put ourselves into forward. To be fair, it looks at home on this route. Right, let's get ourselves moving. Oh look, we've even got a passenger lean out view, look at that. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to leave these open for a fair amount of time. I want to test something actually. So if I open the reg, can I move the reverser? No, it goes straight into 100. See, this is a problem because you should be able to move the reverser back even when the loco is under power. That's really bizarre. I like that, so the reg doesn't shut fully unless you put it up and then down again. Yes, we've got the 5 mile an hour mark now. Yeah, just ignore this crossing, it doesn't currently work. That's a work in progress. The traffic still crash into your train even though you're going over it. Yeah, look, that's weird. But yeah, that's just, that's a bug with the route at the moment. Right, let's just get ourselves opened up. Scenery is obviously still a heavy work in progress on this route. Still haven't completely finished yet. Oh, it does sound good. Listen to that. Hang on, we've got a slightly different whistle on the spacebar, I've noticed. We have. Compared to the last one I had in the previous the previous clip. It's a different whistle. Does that mean it changes depending on when you spawn it in? If so, that is wicked. Also, this looks glorious. Look at this. Oh, it really suits this line because it ran on it, you know? Yeah, that's a different whistle. So yeah, as well guys, let me know what you think to the Mid-Norfolk Railway in the comments section below. I'll be really interested to hear your thoughts and opinions of the work that's been done to the Durham section. There is still some scenery left to do, but I'll get onto that at some stage. As I say, Spa Valley has taken priority. Now with this stop board, we don't usually stop here unless the gates are closed. So as the gates are open, we can proceed. Although I think I braked too sharply there. So I really... There we go. So yeah, it's getting used to driving it as well is interesting. But it does drive really nicely, I'll give it that. Why is it... I shut the reg. Okay, right. I do apologise for my driving, guys. I'm just not used to, you know, using this thing. But yeah, so that's 9466, and that is basically the 94 pack. So what we're going to do is... This is Jackson, by the way, if anyone wants to know what the station's called. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to bring the manual up because I want to clarify something and have a little look through before we end the video off. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is the manual. Let's have a look. So simple, standard, advanced mode driving, Xbox controller support. Customizable engine numbers and shed codes, optional parts and fittings included painted or polished safety valve covers. Very nice. So that's like if you can get the different safety valve covers. Chimneys, discs, ATC, speedometer and much more. Custom sound sets inside and out. Realistic cab with multiple views including dual head out, fully modelled firebox and coal. Realistic wheel slip physics and effects. Advanced mode only. We haven't had any wheel slip because I haven't got to that point. Simulated steam chest, which we've seen. Realistic train pipe, reservoir vacuum, steam braking, cylinder cock management, boiler management and priming possible. Realistic injector control. Realistic by the shovel stoking and synchronized sound, advanced mode only. Dynamic steam and smoke color and quantity. Yep, so all the standard VictoryWorks effects and features that you'd get. Realistic water gauges, opening windows and doors, cab light effects, atmospheric AI effects. So I'm guessing that the AIs might toot a whistle when they depart, which would be really cool. The pack includes following rolling stock, towed brake van, shunters truck, grain wagons. I mean, to be fair, I haven't shown them off, which I probably should have done, but to be fair, I'm only focusing on the locos really. 6 scenarios, quick drive consists. It tells you a background, tells you about the scenarios. It tells you about additional requirements such as the AP Mark 1s, Worth Valley Locum stock pack, and just other bits and pieces for the scenario. Simple mode, standard mode, and advanced mode. Driving controls. Yeah, we know all this pretty much. Pressure gauge, dampers is just telling us about what's in the cab really at this point. So yeah, it's quite a long manual, to be fair. There is a lot to do with it. So we've got the space. So we've got space bar, B key, control space and shift space for whistles. So there was a control space one. That's fair enough. Q key, automatic train control, head code settings. Loco numbering, so speedometer, yes or no, whistle shield, yes or no. So as you can see, there's so many different variants and stuff that you can do with this pack. As I say, it's stuff that that I personally don't necessarily care about. I just want to place a loco down and drive. So I mean, if anyone wants to mess around with variants, then they can. At least you've got the option to make your scenarios more realistic. We've also got headboards, which is done via the locomotive numbering. So it's a shame that there isn't actually a keybind where you can actually, they're not scripted on with a key, which would be good. But your headboards, so if you put 0, you've got none. 1 is Royal Duchy. 2 is Mayflower. 3 is Cornish Riviera. 4 is Torbay Express. 5 is the Red Dragon. 6 is LU 150. And 7 is Santa Special. So we've got different bunker steps as well as other bits and pieces. So there is a hell of a lot of stuff within the pack. You've got in memory of Dennis, my heartfelt thanks to former footplate crew of 996. Memory of Dennis. Tribute of memory as extremely radical. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That is nice. It's a nice little tribute there. Class C, Class A. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. So that is basically all we have for you today for the brief look at the 94 pack by Steam Sound Supreme and VictoryWorks. I would say it is a very nice pack. There's multiple things you can do with this thing, including scripted headboards. It would have been nice to have it scripted on a keybind within game, so you can actually change it in game. which I think is a shame that it's not, and you can only do it via the loco scripting, because that is quite annoying. But yeah, apart from that, it's pretty good. I think it's a really nice pack, lots to be seen in it, and just overall it's great to see the 94XX in game finally. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you think to the new Victory Works 94XX pack, and if there is anything that you like and dislike about it. So thank you for watching. This has been my review, Samuel Beeman of BLS, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye for now.